A standard enterprise network runs about 600 cameras. That generates over 57,000 hours of video every single day. No security team on Earth can watch that much footage live. You end up recording a massive volume of video, but you aren't actually securing the facility in real time. It creates a false sense of security. Organizations feel protected simply because they have lenses pointed at their perimeters. The operational question is how you extract real-time threat intelligence from those lenses without throwing out the hundreds of thousands of dollars you already spent on them. If you rely on manual monitoring, you live with the legacy blind spot. You only find out a restricted door was breached 3 days later when you scrub through the archives. The hardware industry's answer to this is expensive. They push for high disruption replacements, requiring you to rip out your existing infrastructure to buy their proprietary smart cameras. Efficient security relies on a processing layer that converts existing video into actionable intelligence. The rip and replace model forces you into a closed ecosystem. You have to buy the vendor's specific hardware to access their AI features. VeeEye takes a software-defined approach. It's an intelligence overlay that connects to any existing RTSP or OnVIF camera stream, processing the feed centrally regardless of the camera's manufacturer. This matrix compares a hardware overhaul against the VeeEye software overlay. Keeping your existing cameras avoids massive capital expenditure while immediately unlocking deep learning features. This visual layer is one piece of the Veebase intelligence ecosystem, which links visual data with the EVBAP acoustic analysis branch and industrial sensing networks. Networking these modules creates a multimodal security net. The system can see physical movement and hear vocal distress simultaneously. VeeEye doesn't replace your video management system. It sits on top of it, acting as the active brain that actually reads the footage. Let's look at the inputs. The platform integrates visual behavioral models, like YOLO V9, with acoustic stress pattern analysis from EVBAP. It identifies aggressive loitering by tracking physical movement patterns outside a facility, while simultaneously analyzing the audio for vocal distress or ambient shouting. When those multimodal signals align, the outcome is a Priority 1 critical alert, generated in under 200 milliseconds. Compare that sub-200 millisecond response to a human operator, who takes an average of 4 to 6 minutes to manually classify an ambiguous, chaotic call. There is a trade-off for the SOC team here. Operators have to stop trying to watch every screen and shift to a triage mindset. They must trust the software-generated risk scores to dictate their attention. This approach closes the silent gap in emergency scenarios. When a victim is hiding or medically incapacitated and physically cannot speak, the system still detects the ambient distress signatures. Combining sight and sound removes human subjectivity. You get a dispatch decision based on objective, measurable data rather than a stressed operator's judgment. That intelligence gets localized using zone management. Operators draw digital boundaries directly over the live camera feeds to establish highly specific behavioral roles. You map out frame to set strict loitering thresholds around a loading dock or place occupancy limits on a lobby. The outcome is context-aware monitoring. The AI ignores a pedestrian walking down the public sidewalk, but instantly triggers an alert if an unknown vehicle enters the restricted delivery bay. License plate recognition runs concurrently, matching those vehicles against MENA region watch lists in real time. Cross-camera tracking maintains a persistent thread of an identity, following a person's path even as they move between different camera zones across the facility. The trade-off is that this demands precise initial configuration. If your team draws the zone boundaries poorly, you will generate excessive false alerts or create permanent blind spots. Simple motion detection creates useless noise. Spatial intelligence creates specific, actionable boundaries. Once the system flags a threat, a high-severity alert hits the SOC dashboard, complete with its exact AI confidence score. The operator follows a standardized 3-step workflow: view the detection snapshot, acknowledge the alert, and resolve the incident. This creates a 100% auditable trail. Every critical detection is permanently logged, proving it was reviewed and handled. If a Priority 1 alert sits unacknowledged for 5 minutes, an auto-escalation protocol immediately pushes the alert directly to mobile supervisors. Supervisors operate a mobile SOC from their phones, allowing them to review the footage and clear the alert from anywhere in the building. This level of transparency increases pressure on the staff.
It completely eliminates the excuse that an operator simply didn't see an event happen. Software-defined workflows force accountability. Security operations move from a chaotic reaction into a disciplined, measurable process. Let's bring this back to your organization's 5-year security roadmap. This chart plots the strategic options. A smart camera overhaul sits in the high-impact, high-disruption quadrant, carrying a massive cost and complete vendor lock-in. The VeeEye overlay delivers that same high impact, but with drastically lower disruption because you keep your existing hardware. For the MENA region, the overlay offers an on-premise option that guarantees data sovereignty, keeping biometric processing strictly compliant with NCA and NESA frameworks.
If you already have a functional camera network, laying a software engine over it is the most efficient path to enterprise-grade AI. This architecture is built for large-scale facilities, residential compounds, industrial sites, and government centers that require real-time, proactive alerting across an established camera footprint. It is not designed for a small retail shop with 3 cameras that only needs passive video to review after a break-in. The most critical component of a modern security network is the processing power behind it, not the glass on the wall. This transformation turns each existing lens into an active data processing node. Keep your existing eyes, upgrade your intelligence.